my actual office. I did try to go live from the beach office from the lifeguard tower. It's so stormy outside. I walked out there in the rain, and I made, I think, 4 attempts to go live for you guys from there. And the signal's terrible. Telcel is not doing Telcel things today, guys. So we have to settle for a live stream from home. It is dumping rain. I know a lot of you have been waiting for beach updates, but this is what we're looking like right now. Just stormy, dumping rain, guys. And so a lot of you are waiting for beach updates. What's up, Sandy? What's up, Mike Morgan? I knew you would be here. I think we're on the same time zone finally. So guys, the deal is I went out there to the lifeguard tower to live stream, and it's just thunder, lightning, dumping rain. My coffee is now half rainwater. See what that tastes like. Good to see everybody. Either way, guys, I just wanted to do a live stream, bring you all some updates on what's coming this weekend. Hopefully I'm going to get out to Playa Del Carmen. I heard the beach down there is absolutely precious right now. It's just dumping rain, so pretty hard to fly Ronaldo. I love rain. I'm soaked. I was out in it. But I know a lot of you guys who are coming down on vacation probably don't want to see that. What's up, Jim Anderson? Big Jim in Dallas, some love. He's going through some medical stuff. But at any rate, guys, good to see everyone. I'm here in the office. I'm just kind of looking at some stocks, doing my financial side of things. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a while and why I haven't done the financial independence retire early kind of live stream. Lately, it's just there's not a lot of low-hanging fruit, and I do think we're in this kind of AI bubble. I'm seeing a lot of greed. I'm seeing kind of a melt up from the Fed lowering interest rates. So yeah, we got Tracy in the house. We got Linda. We got the usual group here. Awesome. Good to see everyone. Mike's back in Punta Cana. How is it over there? Good things happening over there, Mike? We got Ann. Hey, good to see you, Ann. Thanks for the kind words, guys. We had a lot of fun on the pizza giveaway. I can't believe they let me behind the counter. You gotta love Mexico. No food handler's card, no hairnet, and I'm just back there slinging pizza. So happy TheRopeMonster. I was so happy to have such a good turnout there. Just giving away 1,500 pesos worth of pizza. Everybody buying me beers. That was dangerous. I was joking. If all the subscribers bought me a beer, that would be 16,000 beers. That would be bad. Let's see. We got Map Maker Studio arriving to PDC from Toronto on Friday. Nice. That's great news. Hey, Jim, thanks, man. I mean, you don't owe me anything. He says, Jim Anderson says, I owe you big time for getting me started on investing. My dream is that everybody has the freedom, the ownership of their time to do what they want, especially my friends, because then they can come just hang out with me and do whatever the heck they want. So the more investors I have in my friend group, the better. That just means you guys are all free. Man, we had some good deals in April. I was doing a lot of those investing live streams because Nike was at like 53, 55. I was selling puts on Nike. Google was trading at like 147 at one point. I loaded up on Google all the way from 168 was my entry point down into the 140s, and it's trading at 253 today. And I've kind of not been doing so many of these financial live streams because there's just not as many opportunities in my book with a margin of safety. Google's up over $100 a share from where I was buying it in April. Great news, but not if you're trying to buy it now. What's up, Tom? Hey. Yeah, so guys, what's coming this, Linda, for me, the weather's great. She says, sorry for the bad weather. I'm loving the rain. We all are. We needed it. But guys, what's coming this weekend? Actually, later today, I have the first of a series of rental videos. And so basically in the early videos, I show my process of how I look for an apartment because my lease actually runs out here in December. Unfortunately, I can't renew. He's already promised it to someone else long before I moved in here. I will try to offer him more money to see if I can stay, but we'll see. I'll get into a bidding war. But guys, my process, the first thing I do is go to the most desirable neighborhoods and I check on the supply. So the video coming out later today regarding rentals, I know a lot of you are wondering about rentals. Hey, Ricky Fisher, good to see you, buddy. So the first video, I'm going to Sasilha and then the Parque La Ceiba area, which is really nice and has bigger houses and even kind of sort of mansions. And I'm just trying to see what's actually out there. And I'm getting leads. And so every single one of these right here is a lead with a WhatsApp number, location, and the neighborhood, okay? So that's the video coming out later today. And then tomorrow I've got a video for budget travelers that's quite entertaining. I left the apartment with 200 Mexican pesos and I got quite a bit of goods and services for 200 pesos, believe it or not. So that video is coming out tomorrow, Saturday, 10 a.m. So really fun stuff. And then Sunday, depending on the weather, I should have a full beach update from Playa Car. Also, I'm working on editing the content from Valladolid. I was in Valladolid having a very good time with Sabrina. We went to Chichen Itza. We rented a scooter, went to these beautiful cenotes. So I've got all that coming. Tracy says, I really enjoy the rental videos. It's interesting to see prices in neighborhoods. Yeah, so this one coming out today, Tracy, won't have a ton of prices. A lot of people aren't putting the prices anymore. They used to put right on the for rent sign, they would put studio or one bedroom, put the price and the WhatsApp. And the trend is changing, so check out the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But we at least get an idea of the supply, which generally dictates what you and I will be paying for rent. The greater the supply, the better off we are. So we'll see if there's good news. Check out the video. Oberlina, what's up? Hey, Oberlina, I've been using this cup every single day. This was a gift from you. I've got the other one in the kitchen right now. Love the cup. That thing travels with me. So guys, as I'm sitting here in front of the computer looking at some stocks, I'm not seeing a ton of strong buys, and that's why I haven't done the financial live streams lately. Mostly just chilling in the office, doing some reading. This is my little reading den right here, and so I love this apartment. Good place to spend some rainy days. What's everybody up to this weekend? Share in the comments where you are, where you're watching from, what you're doing. I was out, for those of you who missed it, I did go to the lifeguard tower and I tried to live stream from there. What's up, Carl Stewart says, good morning, young Jedi. Good morning to you, my guy. Yeah, I went out to the lifeguard tower in the pouring rain with my dry bag and my gimbal. I got everything out. Tried to live stream 4 times and the signal just kept failing. So it is that stormy, lots of thunder and lightning. Eric's here looking for a condo to buy. Nice. We got people watching from Minnesota in the house right there. Coming to Playa in a couple weeks. Squack, hey, what's up, Squack? I am live. It's been a while. I've been traveling, guys, and one thing I can't control, because I love doing these live streams, but I cannot control the signal strength, and it's a struggle in places like Bacalar and Holbox. There's just no way to live stream. So Mapmaker's Studio, just making it rain here. He says, I enjoy your food videos. I would like to see some videos on some new spots that you have not done videos for yet. Ask and you shall receive, my friend. My good buddy Jay turned me on to a new spot, a fish taco place. Are you into fish tacos at all? Because if so, we've got a treat for you. A deeply discounted, good looking spot. I'm waiting for Jay to join me on that. He wants the rain to let up. I would actually be down to go there in the rain because the food looks really good. So I would be happy to bring that to you all. And any other requests, guys, always do let me know when it comes to videos here in Playa, what you want to see. Let's see. Squack says, we haven't decided where to stay, but we want to be in the area of 38th. Yeah, so I did look at the inventory in today's video that's coming out at 5 p.m. today, Eastern time. I looked at the Zasil Ha neighborhood, which would put you very close to 38th. Zasil Ha is between 40 and 44th. So, you know, there are some apartments over there for sure. I got quite a few leads. And so in the coming videos, I'll be actually looking at and going inside those apartments, getting prices, details. I hope so, Sandy. Sandy says, doesn't everyone love fish tacos? Yeah, I would lose faith in humanity if at least 90% of people didn't love fish tacos. Yeah, Saucil Ha is very desirable. I'm noticing a trend there, though, that might affect supply longer term. It seems like a lot of people are staying year-round, staying full-time in Playa now in those places. But there's still some supply over there, so you'll see how many leads I got and where exactly. And I also share the actual WhatsApp numbers, guys. I'm not getting commissions on these. I'm not affiliated with any rental agency. This is just me apartment hunting for myself and for you all. And so I share the WhatsApp numbers. I also show my old building. And there is, spoiler alert, there is availability because the sign is up, and I even share the number to get in touch with the property manager at my old building near Playa 72. So I'm bringing you guys the actually usable goods so you can get on WhatsApp and hit up these people and try to get photos, info, whether or not they're pet friendly, and potentially ink a deal before you even get down here. So I'm putting in the legwork. I actually got on my bicycle yesterday in between rainstorms and covered a lot of ground. And I missed lunch doing it. I was very hungry. Benny says, buenos dias, amigo, just logged in. Hey, Benny, welcome to the chat. Everybody welcome Benny. Shower Benny with some love. Yeah, we're just discussing what's coming this weekend. We've got a rental video, we've got a budget traveler video, and I will be trying to get down to Playa Car to fly Ronaldo as well. Yeah, exactly that. So we got a question, ¿Cómo está el sargazo? Well, when it stops dumping rain, I'm going down there for a full beach update, flying to Ronaldo. It depends on the beach, to answer your question. So Playa 72, some of the northern beaches, there is sargassum. I have heard just from a friend this morning when I was out at the lifeguard tower that that Playa Car has improved a lot. So we need to get down there and see with our own eyes. Mark says, any tourists this time of year? How is late September usually? Well, they call September Septiembre because everybody's hungry because there's not that much tourism. But down, the main part of Fifth Avenue, there's plenty of tourism. There's people here. European backpackers are largely going back to Europe. Italians are leaving, vacations coming to an end for them. Hey, Troy, what's up? Troy Boy says, love me some TheRopeMonster. Hope to retire in PDC or Puerto Morelos soon. Awesome. Thank you, Troy. I hope so. I hope you can do it. Mad Max says, any location recommendation to stay at least part of the time in Playa del Carmen? Check out the video later today, 5 p.m. Eastern time. I actually show a place that's week by week or month to month over by Parque La Ceiba, and I put the WhatsApp number up there. There's actually 2 spots over by the park. So you're getting a real, actual, tangible contact from this coming video. Feel free to WhatsApp them. Squack says, we were looking at a house rental in Playa Car. There will be 5 of us, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Don't know Playa Car that well. Block from the beach. Well, the benefit of Playa Car, you have one of the best beaches in all of Mexico. Long stretch of beach. Proximity to some kind of secret hidden beaches as well. The downside is you kind of have to get in a taxi or get in your rental car or whatever, your bicycle, to go anywhere to get food. There's not going to be taco stands or restaurants or anything, but with that you do get peace and quiet and no barking street dogs in Playa Car for the most part. So pros and cons. The dislike, Ricky Fisher has a great question here. how is the dislike of gringos in Playa del Carmen? Well, it's certainly stronger here than it is in Puerto Morelos, Cozumel, Bacalar, Valladolid, and even Holbox. So the more gentrified a place is, the more the rent prices go up. There's a direct correlation there with the dislike for gringos. So Mexico City, La Roma, La Condesa, they've had it. Even though it's not entirely the fault of the gringos or the Canadians, certainly the local government could be putting caps on the short-term rental supply as well as the rent increases, but they didn't do that in Mexico City. And the result is a lot of hate toward gringos. Playa del Carmen, it's tangible. You can feel it from time to time. For the most part, people are happy to have us here. So it's not something I would be overly concerned with in Playa, but it is noticeable. Hey, Howard, there he is. Howard, I tried to go live from the lifeguard tower today. I went out there in the pouring rain. I know, Howard, you mentioned you were missing the morning live streams. Dumping rain and no cell signal out there. It's just thunder and lightning and mosquitoes. So I tried, but good to see you either way, Howard. As mentioned, my coffee is now half rainwater. I walked out there and it's just dumping rain. Good to see everybody. We got Anthony Lopez is here. Nice. Anthony, big supporter of the channel. Seems like you comment on every video. All right, Sandy is off to work. Good luck. Have a lovely day as well. We got Mike Helms in the house as well. Says, buenos dias. Would have loved some of the Renzo's pizza and cerveza. Hope we can get back pronto. Hope to see you guys. Mike, unfortunately, when you guys were here, I think I was still recovering from the sinus and the wisdom tooth stuff. My face was swollen. I was having a rough time, but I am fantastic now. For those of you wondering about my health who have asked, I'm doing great. I'm back to full 100% Rope Monster status. Yeah, exactly. Howard, you did get really lucky with the weather. He says, guess we got lucky last week. Not a cloud in the sky, Puerto Morelos. Yeah, it's true. The rainy season hasn't been very rainy. It's catching up to us now. We got Evencia in the house from Montreal. We got Buster. What's up, Buster? Good to see you. Beautiful Life says, good to see you in good health. Thank you, my friend. It's Friday. Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. And El Gringo de Playa, good to see you, my dude. I hope you get back soon. He says, Cafe Kawa for the win. And that is what I'm drinking, guys. I got this organic Pluma Oaxaqueña. If you haven't seen that video, it's just a couple videos back. I show you where to go get freshly roasted coffee and they grind it however you want it ground. I got the espresso grind because I have the espresso maker. Okay, Christy says she has a place she's looking into. I'll keep you posted. Please do. Yeah, we're all a community here. The point is to try to help each other out when it comes to finding apartments, rentals, etc. Brent, good to see you as well. We got Brent Neely here. Really just a great human being in the house. He says, got a busy day here, so just pop in for me, hoping the sun comes back out for another live stream. Me too. And more importantly, I'm hoping that the signal, the Telcel signal comes back. Because rain or shine, I can get to the lifeguard tower, no problem. A little bit of rain doesn't bother me, but there was no signal today. I tried to live stream 4 times from there and it just kept failing, so try again. And here we are from indoors instead. Dawn and Yvonne in the house. Good to see you, my friend. We got a nice group here today. We got Graham Nicole says, hi, can you give us a shout out? We were in Playa. Hey, Scooter and Shelly, what's up, guys? Yeah, sorry I missed you. I wish I would have seen you guys around. I was going through some health stuff. We got Baby Scuba. Good morning, Ropey. Yeah, good morning to you. We got Linda. Cafe Kawa is our favorite and usually get both caffeinated and decaf coffee to bring to Canada. What a great gift to bring back as well. Just coffee is love, food is love. So really good idea there from Linda, Faye, Lawrence. Thank you. Fire Guys here. What's up, Ropey? Says, how you doing, brother? I am fantastic, man. You can see the smile, the life is back in my face. I've been swimming, free diving, going to cenotes, laughing, and eating my weight in ceviche. So life is really good. Um, wow, we got such a good group today for live streaming from in the office. I'm really grateful everyone's here. We got cheers from Quebec from Juan Davila. Good to see you. Hope to be at PDC mid-November. We got Sergio Villarreal from Laredo, Texas. Awesome. What a group. Hey, we got Angela M in the house. Angela inspired a video recently from Cozumel. She was asking about the beaches and stuff like that. I rented a scooter out there and I went to every single beach in Cozumel, found you guys the best ones with no sargassum, and then I went and held my breath and went to the east side of the island and just was full speed, wide open on the scooter, trying not to throw up over at those beaches. So Angela ended up gifting me my ceviche from that video. She gave me a super thanks. And I could not be more grateful to you, Angela, for feeding me. Food is love. And so I'm still feeling the love from that ceviche. It was a really good ceviche over at Playa Palancar. We got Tracy from Ottawa, Canada. Mike McFarland coming in February. That's a great time to be here. Wow. All right. Yeah, Angela sending the love there. Squack says, bro, I'm so excited to go back. I'm taking a friend who's never been, trying to convert him with Playa Magic. Yeah, it's not a tough sell. Playa's a great place, great community. Dawn is watching from Spain today. Back in Texas and Playa soon. Awesome. How's Spain? Please let us know how the situation is over there. I know there were some tensions in Barcelona, but and other places, but great place from what I've heard from most of my friends who've been over there this summer. Dreams to loom in 2 weeks. Awesome. All right, and we got Keeper Union 13 got to Playa yesterday. That's fantastic. Hope you're enjoying. Guys, I might go over to Doña Paola today, but there's been some requests for new restaurants, new food videos, and I've got one new place, a fish taco spot that I'm going to be hitting very soon. And I got a couple places in the Colosio neighborhood that you might have never heard of that have 5-star ratings on Google. So I have to show you those. I'll probably combine all 3 spots in one video as I try to do, bring the value, bring some variety. One of these restaurants fed me very well when I had the wisdom tooth hole and I couldn't eat solids. They were making custom soups for me, so I got to give them a shout out and their proper due. Everything is homemade and prepared, very fresh over there. Thanks, Fire Guy, appreciate it. We got Daniel Guzman, Yo Rope, love from Mexico City. Come here soon. I'll show you the best food ever. I believe you. Yo te creo, Daniel. I really do. One of my favorites is El Gato Volador over there on Alvaro Obregón in Ciudad de Mexico. But Mexico City has just some of the best food in the world, period. Have I been to Alush? Yes, but I have not filmed it, but fantastic spot, Tracy, no doubt. Squack says, how is the building coming along in Colosio? There's almost no progress. A lot of these buildings, like the one that I call Trump Tower over there by the Playa 72 entrance, it's still not done. It's looked almost done for the last 2 years, and it's not done. And I haven't even seen any construction going on over there for 3 months. There's one down there by Corasol entrance that's just they've completely abandoned it. So pretty tough sell on the pre-sales. Got to be careful there. We got Linda says, so happy to have met. Where is the shout out? I want to do another one with you. Linda Faye Lawrence. The next big event we might do at Mi Yoya. We might do one at La Organica as well. I'm talking with Fanny over there, the manager. So we'll probably do a coffee meetup, just something casual over there at La Organica. Although it is a little bit of a noisy spot for a meetup. That's why I like Pizza Renzo, because we can all kind of mingle and walk around rather than be seated. Miyoya seems like a good venue for it because we could congregate on Fifth Ave in front. They have a pool in the back and a nice big patio. Mr. Brad Influence in the house. Good to see you, brother. He says, I work in construction. If it's abandoned, the money has dried up. Exactly. I mentioned that a couple videos ago. The video was what's happening in these neighborhoods, or what's happening to these neighborhoods in Playa del Carmen. And there's a couple of new active construction sites, and then there's a couple that have been abandoned, and the money has clearly dried up. Carl Stewart says, birthday December 12th at Hyatt Vivid, and yes, you are invited. Thank you, my friend. I'll put that in the calendar, actually right now here on the MacBook. Hyatt Vivid, the 12th. I'm hoping that's an all-day thing, Carl, because I'm going to put it in there for all day. Hyatt Vivid. Boom. Let's see, Daniel, try Trinidad. It's located inside Coyoacan Market. Okay, literally the best Mexican food. I trust your good taste since I really love Ictio there in Playa. Yeah, Ictio's a gem. So it sounds like we're on the same page, Daniel. Thank you for that. You could really spend a lot of time, years, searching for the best food in Mexico City. You probably just saved me some time there. And we got Mezcalito in the house. Good to see you, my friend. We got Trevor Simmons. Yeah, I'm going to try to put together something for next week, Trevor. Just a quick, casual, maybe a midday brunch meetup kind of thing at La Organica or Miyoya. Just type in which one you prefer. I'm kind of leaning toward Miyoya for this one because it's more of a social environment that's not so loud, and we have a little more room to walk around. So I'll try to put that together, Trevor. I'd love to hang out, have some coffee. We got Always Sunny. Have you thought about going to Southeast Asia, Thailand, and Philippines? Yes, every waking moment. I'll probably do some low season time in Thailand. Also Indonesia, Philippines for sure. Vietnam, Da Nang is on the list. I'll do probably a 3-month Southeast Asia tour. But I would like to have a travel buddy along for that trip, and so we'll see if I can talk Sabrina into that maybe. My new German lady friend, she's very sweet and more importantly, a really good travel companion. We've got some content with her coming from Valladolid soon, but many of you may remember her from El Cielo in Cozumel or Bacalar, kayaking and having fun. So Southeast Asia, yes, but with the right travel buddy. I don't really want to solo travel it. Sometimes you get rainy weather and it's fun to be kind of reined in with a good friend. So you got someone to play cards with, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing these informative and fun videos. Thank you, Dawn. I will. There's no other way. It's part of who I am now. Yeah, El Gringo de Playa, you say that, and I gotta go still. I've been neglecting it. He says, Carnitas PDC, Estilo de Michoacan, corner of 66 and 10. Huge tacos. Okay. All right, I'm going there maybe today then. We got Andrea in the house. Hi, Rope Monster. Been watching your videos from New Zealand, and now I'm here. Bugger about the weather, but it's still beautiful. Hope to see you around on the beach or streets. Okay, Andrea. Hope to meet up and have some coffee later on today. That would be fun. It's a good way to spend a rainy day. And thank you for watching all the way from New Zealand. That's amazing. Howard has some good insight here. He says it seems like they start the condos with the pre-sale money, and when it runs out, they wait till they sell more units. Pretty risky. Exactly. Yeah, if they can't keep roping more people into it, it dries up, and the people who got in early get completely screwed. So it does seem how they're doing it, Howard. That seems accurate. Yeah, Squack. Squack says we were thinking about staying at a loft. Also, I like the location in relation to some cool stuff I want to check out. I want pan from the panaderia. Yeah, you would be right around the corner from Panificación El Castillo. Gavin says, good to see you back live, my friend, in PDC for a week next Saturday at Wyndham Ultra. Hope to see you around then. Have a great day, brother. Peace and love. Yeah, I'm always around that Wyndham Ultra area. I like that area a lot. Hope to see you down there. We got Sophia in the house. Good morning, RopeMonster. What a group today, guys. Definitely missed all of you guys. We got Chattahoochee in the house. Wishing I could have joined for the Renzos for your party. Congrats on the 15K. Thanks, my friend. You were there for the one of the earlier ones of those Renzo, the 5K. We were getting close to 10K actually at that meetup, and you brought me that beer, the beer cooler. Actually, I've got it right here. Gosh, I'm sore from the gym, guys. Yeah, I got to stick this thing in the freezer. Chattahoochee brought me this thing right here. And let me open this up for you guys real quick and show you what he gifted me with. When I show up at volleyball with this, people are like, dude, where did you get that? And I'm like, you got to know Chattahoochee. And I open it up. You can freeze this thing, and it holds a 6-pack. So Chattahoochee spoiling me with that. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're best. Okay, we got Fire Guy says, totally random question. My fiance's birthday is in April. Would you suggest PDC or Cozumel? We usually stay at the Princess just north of PDC, but they're renovating. April's usually a really good time here, Fire Guy. So it depends on what you guys are into. If you like to dive, I would go to Cozumel. If you like to just be kind of in a bigger area with more to do, then Playa. You got a little better nightlife, of course. Really depends on what you guys are into and trying to do for the birthday. Yeah, okay. Squack agrees with Howard on the pre-sales. Yeah, it's a Ponzi scheme. Trevor says 3 days. Art Correa. So Trevor, I'll see you in 3 days, brother. I'm going to plan something just for you. Let's do something, even if it's just a quick coffee meetup. Check the community posts and we'll organize something, Trevor. Looking forward to seeing you, brother. Art Correa says, good morning. I have an open invitation for you to our bungalows in Tulum. You should plan to come stay. Ical Bungalows, Tulum. We are in La Veleta near the trendy Calle Siete Sur. Amazing. Thank you, Art, for the invite. I would love to come out there and check the bungalows out. That's truly heartwarming to have that kind of invite. So I will screenshot that and I'll reach out to you via Instagram or whatever works for you, or I'll just show up down there one of these days and ask for you, Art Correa. Thank you, my friend. Come stay. Ical Bungalows Tulum. All right, got it. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate you. Oberlina says, wish I could stay to finish the live stream, but I have to go. Have a wonderful day. You as well, Oberlina. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Always much love. Always sunny, spoiling me, showering me with some love there. Says coffee on me, mi amigo. Thank you, my friend. Truly, truly blessed to have friends and community like you all. This is fantastic. We got Moises in the house. Says, I would love to meet you in Playa. I'll be there from the 4th of November to the 4th. So guys, trying to do these meetups, even if they're just kind of casual coffee meetups and they're not the big Pizza Renzo giveaway, 20,000 subs, 15,000 subs. We don't have to celebrate a milestone to get the community together. So I'm trying to do something once a week. Just keep checking the community posts and we'll have little events organized, just random pop-ups, as some type of deal like a free coffee or something included with your brunch. But I think the point is more that we get the community together. At the Pizza Renzo thing, Buster and his wife, and Todd and his wife, and so all these different people made friendships, and they're all having dinner together and hang, because of the meetup. They got a chance to meet and connect. So I will be doing organizing more events like that, guys. So we got Chad says Chattahoochee. My oldest daughter Nicole heading to Tijuana end of the month for Lyme treatments. We'll give you an update. Keep the great work, bud. Chad, do me a favor and give her a big Rope Monster hug. Okay, you almost just brought a tear to my eyes right there. I hope she gets the treatment she needs and gets better, and gets some relief from the symptoms and gets a little bit of hope. More importantly, I've got her back. I've got your back. Appreciate you guys. Hey, we got Crandall, Texas in the house. Lalo Padilla. What's up, Lalo? Squack says, how do I find community post? If you click on the Rope Monster and then hit view channel, you should be able to, it should pop up. If you're subscribed, you'll probably see that community post. But if you click on the actual channel page, then you will probably be able to click on posts and see those updates. Also, I'll mention in the videos, hopefully do a live stream beforehand to kind of promote it so you all know. Leland says barber was excellent. Thank you, Leland, for supporting Eddie and Fidel over there at La Mala Fama. That is my go-to barber shop. He did the beard for me. He did the haircut. He even did the collagen packs and exfoliation before I went to Bacalar, so I was nice and fresh when I went down there to hang out with Sabrina. Bob has the same question. Where do I find your community post? It should pop up automatically in your feed if you're subscribed, which I sure hope you are, Bob. You've been here for a long time. Let's see. We got Fire Guy. You have an amazing community that I am proud to be a part of, and we love to have you here, Fire Guy. Thank you, my friend. Squack, giving some love for Chad and his daughter. Everybody give Chattahoochee and his daughter some love here. Thank you, Squack. Just a stand-up community that we have here. We got J J in the house. Morning Ropey San Diego in the house. What's up? It's a little rainy. Quick update. I tried to go out to the lifeguard tower and do a live stream from there, but no Telcel signal. I tried 4 times. So we got storms. But when life gives you rain, you drink your half rainwater, half coffee. That's what we do. It's been a great live today, guys. We're already at almost 40 minutes. Really good group. I'm sitting here on the computer. I am doing some analysis a little bit, considering selling some more puts on Nike. I think it's still a great stock, good value at these prices. For those of you wondering about the financial side of things, we got Hastings. We'll be there next May. Awesome. Thank you, Ann, for that, for passing that along for Chad and his daughter. That's not an easy thing, Lyme disease. Not at all. Not at all. But I'll tell you this, the more support and love you have, the more faith you have, the easier it is. And so it's really important that everybody give Chad some love here, and his daughter, who's going to Tijuana for Lyme treatment. We got 2 gringos on the Gulf, Jennifer and Daryl. Says, God bless, brother. Cheers from Puerto Morelos. Thanks for being here, guys. Always good to see you in the comments, in the chat. It's been just kind of an impromptu one. I haven't done a live stream for about a month because of traveling. The signal in Holbox is a no-go. The signal in Bacalar is a no-go. Valladolid is spotty. I think the only place I've been in the last month where I could have done a live was probably Cozumel. Cozumel has decent infrastructure. What's up? We got Steve in the house. Really good group here. Juan. I'm in Cozumel, and if it was, yeah, Cozumel gets hit first. I feel like Cozumel always gets the strong brunt of the storm, but I like the storms in Cozumel. It's kind of exciting as long as you got some shelter. If you're on the scooter in the middle of nowhere, it's not as fun. Terry says, 2 more weeks to Playa del Carmen. Need to have lunch, Rope Monster. So guys, Terry, I'll start organizing probably weekly events at Miyoya and some other places in the area, just so we can casually meet up, have coffee, Café de Olla, things like that. Chilaquiles, brunch. whatever it may be. We've got Melon in the house, 406 says, good morning. We're making the move in December. We'll be meeting family in Cozumel in February, enjoying all the info you're giving. My pleasure. Thanks for being here, being part of the community. Cozumel is such a gem. Love it out there. I've even been considering spending more of my time during low season out there. The beaches are precious. Hurricane risk is always a thing. Mike Silva asks, how is the hurricane risk? It's a thing. I mean, last year we got Hurricane Beryl, which was bordering Category 3 when it hit. I was here, I stayed, and there were coconuts flying by my window. It was intense. It was the strongest show of force that I've ever seen from Mother Nature. So that's they can be worse. They could be Cat 4s. They could cause a lot of building damage. So something to consider when you're thinking about buying. And always want to pay attention to the weather as well, because anything greater than a Cat 2, most people prefer to leave. Category 3s get very dangerous and risky. Category 4 and 5, you don't want to be here. So pay attention to the hurricanes. Awesome. Hastings says, I'm going to find your favorite ice cream bar. Yeah, Encontro is a great spot, and I might just go get some ice cream over there today. It's been a while. Yeah, Terry has a good question there. Says, I know you primarily do videos of Playa del Carmen, but any upcoming videos from Cancun? I am actually planning a trip to the hotel zone in Cancun. Why? Because I want to show the beaches there. I potentially got maybe a couple nights at a penthouse in the hotel zone where I can fly Dronaldo from the roof or the balcony. And also there's a DJI store in Cancun, and I'm a big DJI fan. For those of you who don't know, I film with the DJI Action 5 Pro. This thing is a gem. I've been filming underwater with it. I put this little piece of tape over the one of the ports, but this thing's waterproof down to 20 meters with no housing, even the microphone. So I want to go up there and see what they have for drones. I want to look into getting the Mini 4. I have Dronaldo as the Mini 3. So yeah, I'll be doing a couple things from Cancun, hopefully real soon. Noemi in the house. ¿Qué onda, tía? Mi tía. Abrazón. Where do people go when they leave? Squack, it's a great question, but most people just go inland, right? So you can hop on a plane to Mexico City and you're safe from the hurricane, and it's the cheapest flight. You're gonna get over to Mexico City for maybe $100. So yeah. That's a question I can't really answer there, Aisa. I mean, it's a valid question, but I did do a video on dating in Playa. So I do discuss some of the risks in Playa, and actually I'll give one example, spoiler alert, when it comes to dating in Playa. And this is why you need to watch the videos. I drop actual knowledge, okay? These aren't my opinions, but actual statistics. The HIV rates in Playa del Carmen are 10 times the national average in Mexico. So yeah, protect yourself. Be smart. Be careful. Okay. Go for food. Ola, I hope they have FPV drones there. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on the. I had to answer the question as best I could. All right. Yeah, I at least answered the question as best I could. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna answer that one, guys. Keep it PG-13. This is a family channel. Best neighborhood to live in Playa. There's a question I can answer. It depends on your situation. If you're a dog owner and you want to take your dog to the beach every single day, I would say the La Colosio near Playa 72 is your best bet. Playa 72 is the dog beach, so you can bring your dog there and have some funsies every single morning. The other beaches, you will get kicked off if you bring your dog. If you're looking for a good expat community, Sasilha is pretty much all Canadians, Americans, Europeans. It's a fantastic community, higher end buildings, brand new construction, but do expect to pay quite a bit more. Let's see, let's see, we got Ocean Simmons in the house. Just a few more days and Trevor and I will be there. Whoop, whoop, can't wait. Awesome, Ocean. Yeah, Trevor was just in the chat, I believe, and we're going to do something maybe at Miyoya. I'll put that in the community post. Tuvu says, I don't have a dog, I have cats. Okay, Sasilha could be, if you have the money for it, Sasilha is probably where I would say near 38th, that community down there, the best restaurants, very chill spot. Derek, is the boat rental hut still there besides Mamitas? I believe so, and there's one, I believe, at Cocoa Beach still. Howard Garrett says, doing the local stairs while listening, 350 stairs. Wow. Good job, though, man. That's no joke. That's no joke. Terry Smith, my wife and I will be coming to Mexico soon. Hope to see you walking the streets of Playa. You can count on it. That's what I do. Or you'll see me flying by on my bike. Been doing a lot of cycling lately. I'm going to do a bike ride actually to a cenote that's about 6.5 kilometers from Playa, but it is cyclable. I just got a new back tire put on my bike, and so that should help me get there safely. Maya, I haven't been down there in a little bit. Gabriella, I'm doing a full beach update when I can, but as you can see here, it's just dumping rain. It's been tough to do the beach updates this last week. Julian's good, Anthony. It's funny you ask about Julian. When I was out apartment hunting for the video that's coming out later today at 5 p.m., I ran into Julian. He's got a job over in that area near Parque La Ceiba. He's working his butt off, 2 jobs, stacking paper. So Julian is very, very well. Thank you for asking, Anthony. And the Volkswagen Beetle, he's still got it. More videos to come, especially when Randy the diver gets back into Playa. Let's see. Squack says, you know if Mahikal is worth the price if we want to spend time on 38th and 10th? I know it's pricey, but is it worth it? I've never stayed there. I've been by there a number of times. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much it even costs, so it's really hard to answer that question. It is a nice spot. The grounds are really nice. Sometimes there's a sewage smell, especially with heavy rain. It's really hard to say. I found some good stuff on booking.com back a little ways from the beach where you don't get that sewage smell and it's way cheaper and you still have a rooftop pool. So you may want to consider something in the area of Mahikal that's half the price, that has a rooftop pool. But Mahikal's nice. I mean, it's a good spot. You got the bar, you got the lounges, you got the ocean view. So, but maybe you can share with us a general price point just to give me an idea, because I don't know how much that place even costs. Poncho for Mary's Kinky is opening a new spot, Charcoal Seafood on CTM and 25th if you like real. Okay, wow, you got the inside scoop. 25th and CTM. I'll go up and check that out. Yeah, Rafael has a good question here. He says, is 20,000 pesos a month a reasonable price for a new 3-bedroom apartment in Bali residential? So 20,000 for a 3-bedroom is not bad. I'm paying 18 and I have a 2-bed, 2-bath with a really nice office with a bathtub, and it's near the beach. But for more space, 3-bed, I'm not exactly sure how far that is and where exactly that is. The location is really the determining factor. But you're still just a little over $1,000 US for a 3-bedroom. That's not terrible at all. Piratas, deep fried fish. Yeah, Derek, Piratas is a crowd pleaser for sure. Raphael, Mike says way overpriced. Yeah, for that area, Let me get on here. For that area, I think 20 is probably high. Thanks for sharing that, Mike. It sounds like you know that area better than I do. Mad Max says, yes, what's up with the sewer smell? It's just when there's heavy rain, there's some sewer grates right there. And the thing with 38th is there's a really high concentration of people, right? So there's a lot of buildings there. It's overwhelmed the sewage system, much like in places like Sayulita, La Roma in Mexico City. You've got the sewage smell as well. There's just too many people crowded into a small area of land. And that's why in a lot of ways I do like a little bit farther to the north, the concentration of people spread out a little bit. But it's a common problem, even in the northern part of Fifth Avenue, up by Playa 72. When it rains heavily, you got raw sewage running right down Fifth Avenue, and so it's something that we all kind of have to deal with. 1,400 US for 3 nights at Mahekal, 4 days for 3 people, not all inclusive. Jeez, that is expensive, Squack. That is expensive. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say don't do it, but I like to use Booking.com to answer to Vu and Squack at the same time. Check Booking.com. Last minute deals. Booking.com is fantastic. I found some month-long rentals for under 1,000 US and places with rooftop pool and decent apartments. So yeah, you could probably find a happy medium there. Mike says 15,000 pesos is the fair market price for that 3-bedroom in that area there, the Bali residential. Thanks for sharing that info, Mike. Thanks for contributing to the conversation so much. Okay. Yeah, MN says have stayed at Mahekal. It's worth it if you have the money. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, it's a really nice grounds. You're right there on the beach. So Andrea Farinacci says, love your channel, Ropey. Do you have any fave place to stay in Isla Mujeres, Playa Norte area? We're heading down in December to PDC. I don't really have a favorite spot, but I do rely, when I go to places like Holbox, Cozumel, Isla, Bacalar, I look at Booking.com and then I rely heavily on the ratings. If you can find something with over a 9 rating at a reasonable price, you're probably going to have a really good time. Howard says, I really like the area Luigi is in, but I do worry about the locals starting to resent gringos moving in. I think there's a good mix of people up there in Selva Nova, Howard, that I wouldn't worry about that area too much, but it's always possible. It's always a risk. To me, it seemed like a good mix of gringos, Argentinians, locals. So, I don't know. I think Selva Nova is a fine place for expats, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. Dudley Do-Right says we just moved to 76th and 10th. 2-bed, 2.5 bath penthouse for 19K. That's a win. That's good. 76th and 10th. Okay. Awesome. I'll have to walk up there and see if I can find the building. Seems like a pretty good deal. 2.5 bath, 2-bed, and you got a penthouse. I'm guessing you have an ocean view if it's a penthouse. You must be able to see the ocean. Thank you. Trask says, love your videos. Howard says, they can say no, but I've seen it in my city in Canada. Okay. Okay, so Lynn, everybody lives in Playa. That's I much appreciated sharing your rents, your location, how much you're paying. This is all really valuable information, especially going into the video that I have dropping today at 5 p.m. I might even bump up the upload time. I originally had it scheduled for 10 a.m. I could change that. The video is ready to roll, so I could change it to 10. What do you say, 11 a.m. For your viewing pleasure? I don't want to make you all wait too long. Jim says, personal slowing down, but I'm still coming to PDC. Good to hear that, Jim. Yeah, I hope you can get your health stuff figured out. That is key. I haven't been down to Viva Maya in a little while, Gabriella, but I'm heading down there as soon as the rain lets up. 1 day in Cozumel, you can do a lot in 1 day. Just try to get on the earliest ferry. She says, is 1 day in Cozumel enough? Depends on what you want to do. If you're a diver, you'll probably want 2 or 3 nights there. But if you just want to do one tour, El Cielo is probably the one you're going to want to do. You get to hit 3 or 4 spots, snorkel, eat ceviche. Check out my El Cielo video. I did a tour out there for only 600 pesos, and it was incredible. The ceviche was fantastic. And I leave the WhatsApp number in the description and the pinned comment of that video so you can book it before you even get there. Talking like $30 for a tour that includes transport, the boat ride to 4 spots, ceviche, pineapple, beers, water. So check that out, Gab. Dudley Do Right. Oh yeah, okay. It says we met you on 5th Avenue. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, Squack, that's important. You know, if you've got a wife with the limited walking, yeah, you really want that location to be spot on for her. I think 38th is a really good place to look. Although 38th is slightly on a hill, so you might want something between 5th and 10th where it's flat over in that area. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you. We got Carlos Washington in the house. Good morning. I'm planning on moving there in January. Is Facebook Market reliable source to search for places? Nope, not really. Not last time I used it. You're going to find a lot of scams, misinformation on there. It's possible. Anything's possible. You can still check, but just be cautious. I've tried to go look at some places on Facebook, and then the property manager was like, that's not our ad, and that's not the price. And I'm like, oh, okay. Jeremiah, yeah, I mean, if I have to generalize, yeah, a lot of them are. I mean, think about why they leave. He says, are the Argentina women there cash hungry? I'm in Spain, and all the Argentina ladies here are gold diggers. Think about why they left Argentina. The economy is failing. There's no opportunities. So, you know, I hate to say yes to that, but yeah, I tried to go out with one Argentinian girl, thought it was just going to be a casual date, and she sent me her Zelle or whatever, and I said, what's this for? And she wanted me to transfer her money just to go out with her. I said, I'm not doing that. Have a good life. So yeah, anyone who can chime in there for Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I did a video called Dating. It's like dating in Playa del Carmen. And so we discussed that a little bit in that video. But that is a thing for sure. It's interesting. A lot of them left here. Some of the Argentinian women I knew here left and went to Spain. So there you go. Bryce says, coming to Playa in 8 days. Nice. Tulu says, I'm staying in Puerto Aventuras and paying $19,000 for a really nice 1-bedroom. That's great. That's a great price. We got Stylist. Hey, buddy. Great to see you. I contacted those guys that you did the tour with, and they now updated to 900. Ouch. Ouch. 900 is still a really good price. I know they gave me a good deal. I was kind of hoping that they would not let it go to their heads that I was sending business their way, but it seems like maybe they're trying to take advantage of that. So thanks for sharing that, Stylist. That's kind of a bummer. I'll have to reach out and talk with them and be like, hey guys, come on, give my people 600 pesos for the tour. But you know, for what you're getting, 900 is still decent. I would say if they say 900, try to counter with 700. Be like, look, 700 is fair. 2 days and 1 night in Cozumel is mandatory. Yeah, agree, Mike. You got to have some time out there, especially to try the restaurants. I've shown some restaurants out there. Some of my very favorites, El Cedral is a really good one. Brewing up mushroom coffee, are the kind of mushrooms, could be lion's mane, could be other mushrooms, but mushroom coffee is great. Great to see you as well, Stylist. No doubt, no doubt, no matter the circumstances. But thanks for sharing that info. Bryce Taylor says, looking to hit up some of your food joints. Nice, nice. Yeah, Doña Paola is a must. Obviously, got to hit that pizza Renzo. We got David in the house. How does $80 a night for 2 weeks in Terrace Hotel Playa del Carmen, 10th and 56? Looking for clean and quiet with no sewer smell, which may be a problem for my memory. Yeah, I mean $80 a night's not bad for high season. Let's see, on 10th and 56. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little, maybe a little high, but it is high season during that time, so you could do a lot worse. Yeah, a loft is a crowd pleaser. I don't think I've ever heard any bad reviews when it comes to a loft. Squack says was looking at a loft. They have good ratings. It's true. Happy Stormy Friday to you as well, Carol. Yeah, yeah, 80 a night, you could do worse, but you could probably do better. I mean, you can keep shopping around. There's a lot of time until your trip, it looks like. So, uh, we got Mike in the house. We'll be in Playa for spring break, which falls during Semana Santa. Are there any events happening during that time? Semana Santa is not quite as big in Playa as it is in other places like Puerto Vallarta, but yeah, there's still stuff going on. Still a sweet place to be. Guys, I'm gonna stand up for a minute. My back, too much gym, too much bus time, too much traveling. Let me see if I have any more coffee left. Walking, running low on coffee, which is fine. It's probably getting more toward breakfast time than it is toward more coffee time. But I will have that last sip. Nom, nom, nom. Nice group today, though, guys. It's really good to have such a good group here. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you sharing so much as well of your knowledge of the area. We're up over 100 people in the group chat. That's fun. Always fun to hit that. Um, oh, you're talking 80 Canadian. Okay. No, yeah, that's not bad. 80 Canadians, not bad at all. My pleasure, David. And thanks for trusting me with that question. Did I do anything for Mexican Independence Day? A little bit, just mostly went. I'm giving my body a break. I'm not really like drinking or partying at this time. I was on antibiotics because of the wisdom tooth thing and pain meds, and I think it's important to give my liver a complete reset. So no real partying, but I went out and about and just kind of, was amongst the people partying, which was a lot of fun. We got Jill Ayers in the house. Love your videos about renting near Fifth Ave. You have taught me so much about what to expect from the area. Thanks so much for your efforts. My family hopes to rent for 6 months eventually. Jill, I've got a video coming out later today on the rental supply right now in Sasilha and over by Parque La Ceiba, and I actually include WhatsApp contact numbers. So all of these right here are the leads I got on my bicycle yesterday in those neighborhoods. And I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to follow up on some of those myself and try to make more rental videos for your viewing pleasure in hopes that I can help you all find a place when you come down. And of course, I'm not affiliated with any of these places. This is just me apartment hunting and sharing it with you all. We got Chris C. Hey man, I'm interested in your content and also fire content. Do you ever think about making videos where you break down finances analytically with investments and withdrawals? I have a few videos like that, Chris. Most of them are from earlier on in the channel, how I retired early, my investment strategy, a few hypothetical investment strategies. And I am actually sitting here looking at some put options on Nike as we speak. So I would like to do more of those financial videos. I've been doing more of the travel stuff, the budget traveler stuff lately. But there's always room for a financial video. I've actually been kind of wanting to do one about what I call the AI bubble. I'm seeing a lot of similarities to the .com bubble. there's a lot of overvalued stocks out there that have no profits, no earnings. So I think there's some content to be made there, and I appreciate you asking about that, Chris. Fire Guy says, what's the positive negative to staying at an all-inclusive over rental when staying 7 to 10 days? I mean, the quality of the food at all-inclusives is hit and miss. It depends on the all-inclusive, right? So like the drinks could be made with the cheapest tequila. The food, sometimes there's risk of foodborne illness, or the food's simply not that good if you're looking for authentic Mexican food. Expensive. Typically, you could stay at a place, a nice place, for maybe a fifth of the price of an all-inclusive, and it would be hard to make up for that in consuming drinks and food. But then some of the pros is you don't really have to go looking for anything. You just wake up and you've got your food. But sometimes when you're on an all-inclusive, you've got no incentives to leave and explore. So that's kind of a downside to me. Hopefully you find that helpful. Yeah, Mike, I'm going to be coming at you guys with these rentals. I'm not going to spam you, as always. I won't spam you with videos about rentals unless I find something good. They have to be gems. They have to be a personally, either my younger self or my future self or my current self. But I do have standards. And so, as we go into what I call the mad dash for apartments, which is mid-November to mid-January in Playa, I'll be ahead of that, coming out with the videos looking for apartments before the mad dash even begins. Let's see, Ian says, you guys ever looking for more people to play volleyball? Yeah, for sure. During low season, Ian, we barely have enough people to play. Hey, Stacy Noble in the house, what's up? Good to see you. And no, I'm not in my Speedo, Stacy. We got Troy from Texas in the house. What's up, Troy? Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I just try to bring you guys the value and nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Brandon in the house. Common thing where I live is to take tubes out in the ocean, anchor in, and relax. In all your beach videos, I don't see anyone with inflatables on the beach or in the water. Are these items? They're not banned. It's just not as common here. I see it more on the Pacific coast of Mexico. But you don't see a lot of shops even selling the inflatables here. Like in Boca de Tomatlan, in Puerto Vallarta, you'll see people selling the inflatables. It's more common over there for whatever reason. What's up, Marcela Hernandez in the house? Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Ian says, good way to contact someone to play or place and time. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, Playa Colosio. As long as it's not dumping rain, there's usually nets out there. You want to check Playa 72. If you go out the Playa 72 entrance and take a right to the center, you'll see usually people playing. You have to ask permission from the net owners, but typically if it's not overcrowded, they will invite you with open arms to play. Marcella says, I'm here in LA. Unfortunately, cannot wait to be there. Hoping you can make it down soon. Cheers. Happy Friday. Last sips of coffee here. Almost breakfast time. I think I'm going to make some fried eggs and a lamb chop for breakfast. I'm back in the gym. I need some lamb chop in my life. Love Maui says, happy Friday, RopeMonster. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you here. Really good group today. Really good group, making me smile. Yeah, guys, so we'll be organizing some get-togethers more frequently here at Miyoya. That's M-I and then Y-O-Y-A, Miyoya. And these will just be, I'm going to call these a Café de Olla social. So a coffee social. Everybody shows up. We'll do coffee, maybe grab brunch. I'm going to try to do these once a week, partially because I want to support Miyoya. I think it's a great restaurant with authentic Mexican food. They're not paying me. I'm not affiliated with them, but I think it's a good spot that you should all know about. And I also want to do meetups more frequently to get the community together, not just meeting and greeting and taking photos, but so you all can meet each other. So let me know what you all think about that. But keep an eye out for the community posts for those meetups. They should be a lot of fun. They've always been a lot of fun. They're never not a lot of fun. So why not keep doing them and do more? Yes, Cafe de Olla at Yoya for sure. Thanks, Mike, for sharing the feedback. Okay, Fire Guy, good luck at physio. He says, thanks for advice today. Always my pleasure to have you here. Thank you for being here. Good luck at physiotherapy, whatever you got going on with your body. Hopefully you can get it all shaken out. Golpes de la vida, nothing to worry about. You'll get better, I know it. Yeah, the meetup videos are fun, Stacy. There's always a good group there. We get veterans, we get all walks of life, chiropractors, doctors, crypto gurus, whatever it may be, world travelers. It's a wealth of knowledge when you have a village, so to speak, of people get together. Howard just made me laugh. He says, I was feeling good when I saw a kid a quarter of my age holding his chest on the stairs gasping. Then he said it was his 4th time. You're still there though. You showed up, you're doing the stairs. Life is good. As long as you're, you know what I say, I think this is an old Chinese proverb, the path is the destination. So there you go. Chinese proverb for the day. Yeah, my pleasure, Raphael, for the feedback there. Ricky Fisher, thanks for that. Yeah, check out the back catalog for good places to eat. I did eat, like Ropey was there, PC. Yeah, eventually I kind of want to put together a food tour, but I got to be careful. I can't look like I'm doing a tour because that would really piss off some of the actual tour companies and I could get into some trouble. But it doesn't mean that we can't meet up as friends and simply walk to some of these places and eat together. So what we could do with the Miyoya coffee meetups, we could meet up there early in the day and then maybe hit like 2 other spots and just try to gather almost like a flash mob, TheRopeMonster flash mob of people to go hit like Pizza Renzo, Ceviche Corazon, maybe hit Tropical Tacos. Danya Paola would love to see us all show up, Danya Paola, there and order some taquitos. So I think the ideas are evolving, guys, and it's all because of this kind of brainstorming and group chat. So really, really cool. My Mayan proverb of the day, Lee. I don't know if I have one. Can you share a Mayan proverb? I would love to hear one. Speaking of which, I might be going to a privately owned Mayan cenote this weekend to camp. Rain or shine, I think I'm just going to go. They've invited me out there. There's going to be traditional food included, and I can do some chapuzon. I can jump from apparently 3 meters, 5 meters, or 18 meters, so that's tempting. MN says, be there during Christmas, maybe a brunch meetup that day on Christmas Day. That would be fun, guys. The TheRopeMonster Christmas dinner. Why not? Because you're making me hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I was out at the beach trying to live stream from the lifeguard tower. Now I'm at home live streaming, and wow, it's already 10:15 in the morning here. It's probably better to tip in pesos, Anthony, just because people will typically have to go change out the dollars. And also the dollar's been dropping a little bit. I just tip and pay everything in pesos. Sabor de los Ortega for the shrimp burrito. Yes, Ricky, absolutely. I'm glad you like that the TheRopeMonster style shrimp burrito. It's really, really good. The shrimp, the jumbo garlic shrimp, cooked in actual butter, not margarine. And it's cooked in a fresh stainless steel pan by Alfredo himself. That's how you know it's good. Mayan proverb, everything always works out for me. Okay, I like that. I like that one, Lee. Lee says, for a Mayan proverb, you cannot put corn in a basket with holes. Facts on facts. I'm loving this, man. I learn every bit as much from you guys, if not more, than you do from me. So I'm truly grateful for this. You know what I might do, since this is such a good live stream and I'm really enjoying my time with you guys on this rainy Friday, I think I'm gonna go brew one more cup of coffee. Get up off my culito. You know what I'm gonna do later when I'm not on the live stream is get a piping hot Epsom salt bath going in there. I don't know what I ever did before I had a bathtub in Mexico. I really am enjoying that. Let me get some light on the subject here in the kitchen. Coffee time. All right, get the hot water going here. Don't live stream your PCP. Java blast. Time to get Java wasted. My Mayan proverb is por todo mal por todo mal mezcal, por todo bien también. A huevo. Yeah, actually that's a good one. My buddy Phil used to say that all the time. He didn't even drink back then, and he still said that one. So that's how you know it's good. All right, where's my pour over? There we go. I'm doing a pour over. I did an espresso earlier, guys. The ads for rental properties on Facebook Marketplace, real or fake? Mostly fake, Terry. That's why you got to check out the video today that's coming out on the rentals. I put up actual WhatsApp numbers. So Daniela says, Pachote chulo, love you, my love. Lots of kisses from Houston, Texas, home of NASA. I'm at work. Besitos para ti también, Daniela. Jeff, it's a long live, yeah, but we're having fun today. We're having fun. Anthony with the bath emoji. Mostly, guys, they're scams. Yeah, and Mike agrees there that you're going to want to be really cautious with Facebook Marketplace. I've never had any luck with the Facebook Market ads at all. You want to go around on foot, or let me go around on my bicycle and find the WhatsApp numbers for you all. Sometimes I go around on foot, but I got like 14 or 15 good leads and WhatsApp numbers in the video coming out today, the rental video. So, and you know what else I got? Aside from love, what I got Cafe Pluma from Cafe Kawa. Also got a hammock there behind me. Life is good. All right. This one right here, guys. This is the one I get from Kawa. Yes, I do actually only drink their coffee now. Not affiliated, just really like their coffee. They paid me nothing to promote them. Just so you know. I had this one guy, I call him the accountability police, because he was always wanting me to disclose whether or not I'm getting free food or getting paid for promoting these restaurants. Nope, I just like the restaurants. Every now and then, La Organica gives me some free pancakes for sure. Or Miyoya gifted me a meal one day, but I never asked for it. There was no handshake deal involved. So same deal with Kawa. I like the product, so I promote it and I drink it. All right, it's hard to make, I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod for a moment. Hard to make coffee with one hand. There, now you're on the tripod. Look at that. No hands. Boom. All right, who else? Oaxacan. This is from Oaxaca, as you can see right there. Pluma Oaxaqueña, single origin. Good stuff, Mike. Good stuff. My favorite. I love coffee from Chiapas and Veracruz, but the Oaxacan stuff for the win. And also, guys, on a side note, welcome to my kitchen. I do have a 4-burner gas stove right here, and that's where the magic happens. I'll be cooking some, sorry about the wonkiness there. I'll be cooking some lamb chops in a little while. One of my favorite breakfasts is lamb chop, fried egg, and arugula salad with some olive oil on there. So that's what I'll be doing to get my gains, my protein up. Then I'll probably be editing a video from Valladolid for you all that I did concerning budget travel, where to stay, which cenotes to go. There's a place where you can get 2 cenotes for the price of 1. And of course, we'll just take you along on the adventure to Chichen Itza, share the entry info there, and just kind of some funsies, just a for fun and a visual pleasure kind of video. I got some underwater footage at the cenotes. And wow, the 2 cenotes that are like a must see, in my opinion, near Valladolid, no one even talks about. So that's why I got to edit that video for you today. But first, got to get Java wasted. All right, we got Jimmy. Mucho éxito el día de hoy. Igualmente, hermano, gracias, carnal. A private Mayan cenote sounds amazing. Yeah, Jill, that's what I got going on. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm riding out with a friend of mine who works at Pizza Renzo. He's Mayan, and he's been actually teaching me some of the Mayan language, although it is not easy. It's a struggle. His family owns a property with a huge cenote. They're going to feed me traditional food. They won't tell me what it is. It's a surprise. I'll be filming. If you want to go to this cenote, I'll leave his WhatsApp, and I'll let them kind of plug and give their contact info. But I guess it's really affordable to go out there. They don't ask for a lot, just enough to maintain the land. So that's a good question. So guys, yeah, to finish the thought on the cenote, keep an eye out for that video this coming next weekend. I'll be out there Saturday night. I'm camping out there by myself in a hammock, and I asked if there was jaguars, and he says he doesn't think so. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I don't know if there's mosquito netting. I could get eaten alive. I'm going to try to bring the most, natural stuff I can as far as mosquito repellent. They've been loving me lately. I think I'll do a B complex shot. That usually helps. Marcela Hernandez wants to go. Let me check first if it's safe. If I come back alive, I'll give you guys the info to go to this cenote, and maybe we can do a group RopeMonster trip to this private Mayan cenote. This is inside stuff. This is not a public place. So I'm really trying to set up something unique for us all, but I have to go make sure that I come back with all my appendages first. Yeah, I know, Howard. Howard says, be careful, those Mayans were into human sacrifice. I know, I was kind of wondering if I was on the menu. Hopefully not. Lots of comments here. Tuvu says, is YouTube a good source of income to live in Playa? If your channel is successful, it can be a source of income. It's not something I would suggest that you count on 100%, but it can be a good source of income if you really put the work in. All right, my coffee is brewing. Now this is an espresso grind. So I'm doing a pour over with an espresso grind, but I think it's gonna turn out okay. Lucy says, buenos dias from California. You always have the best information and I like all your videos. Thank you, Lucy. Lots of comments coming in. Howard says we got lucky and saw a jaguar in Costa Rica. It ran across the road in a flash. Guide said many people live there, never see one. Yeah, that's really rare. Dan Farley says, building the community, love these group events. Awesome, Dan. Thanks for the feedback. I'm going to fill up my thing of hot water real quick, guys. So I'll turn the camera around. And here we go, filling up the water. Yeah, the community is really the point, guys, and that's one reason I don't leave Playa long term. I've talked about spending some low season time in Cozumel, Bacalar, but it would be probably, realistically, it would be a month in each place. I couldn't imagine really leaving Playa long term. All right, we got it. The minimum line is filled up. All right. Now I can make this kind of like espresso Americano style. The high energy Cuban coffee. Okay. Peruvian coffee is also a jam. Yeah, I've never seen a jaguar still to this day, but I heard on the path on the way to Playa 72, I actually heard a large cat. And I don't know if it was a jaguar or what it was, but you could hear some pretty big cat noises. And there was this little old lady kind of up against the fence, like listening to it and just frozen in place. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep walking. So thank you, George. Yeah, I'm back in the gym. Health is good. Yeah, I can't complain. Life is good. I feel like my body composition's getting back to TheRopeMonster status. My appetite is crazy. I'm eating so much, but mostly really good food. I'm cooking at home a lot. So really just happy to be healthy again. Had a couple of months there where I didn't know what was causing this infection in my sinus. Finally got the wisdom tooth pulled out, and then my face was like this for like 3 weeks. So thank you, Mike. Yeah, this has been a memorable one. We're at 86 minutes into the live stream. There's been a ton of good laughs, smiles, information shared. It's been a really good one. We've talked about rents, budget, all sorts of good stuff. You guys have taught me some Mayan proverbs as well. So yeah, really, really happy to have done this despite the fact that I couldn't do it at the lifeguard tower. Even better because I'm not getting eaten by mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are terrible today. Jill says, have you been down to Belize? No. She says, my brother loves that area, but I'm partial to PDC. I think Belize is a really good place to visit, but I haven't gone down yet. Sabrina went down there and dove the blue hole and had a blast, and she absolutely loved it. So she's inspired me to go down there, do some diving, and also just go check out kind of what it has to offer. I have a subscriber who keeps asking me to go to Belize, so I think it's time. Anyone in the chat been to Belize, please let us know what your thoughts are, how it compares to PDC, if you love it, if there's too many scams, if it's too expensive. They do speak English there. I know some people really like that. Yeah, Mike says visit, but be careful. I've heard a lot of stories from my naturopath buddy, Luke Gonzalez. Shout out, my dude. He's talked about some of the scams just being relentless down there. So that's kind of sounds like that sentiment is being echoed by Mike. Guys, talk amongst yourselves for 2 minutes. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. A lot of coffee and no bathroom break yet, so I will be back. I'll bring you back into the office with me. My coffee's almost done brewing. This is my place for those of you who haven't seen it. It's a great, great apartment. I love this spot. Quick tour for those of you who haven't seen it. But yeah. Hey, Chuck Shirtle in the house. He says, keep up all the great work. See you in February. Thank you, my friend. So this is the master suite right here. Really love this apartment. The designer is a Frenchman, a brilliant, brilliant man. And so quick tour as I take a 2-minute break here momentarily, but I wanted to show you kind of the tile work. You've seen the office, you've seen the kitchen a little bit, but I do not want to leave this apartment. I absolutely love it. Chuck, thank you for the appreciation. As we would say in Spanish, agradezco que me agradezcas. I'm grateful that you are grateful, for my work, for my videos. And the super chats, as you have just bestowed me with a super chat, they really do go right back into the community, the channel. As many of you know, I just gave away 1,500 pesos worth of pizza, not only to subscribers, but to the kid who works at GoMart. There were also a couple of Mayan kids. I try not to get children on camera, but we gave some of the very last slices to the Mayan kids who were out selling bracelets. And so Chuck, the $10, the super thanks, the super chats, a lot of times go right back into events like that, or trips, or video production, or gear, or paying people like Luigi. I pay Luigi when he helps me film. I try to give him equity in the videos. And that's all made possible by you guys watching, smashing the like button, subscribing, but also those super chats. So Chuck, a big rope monster, thank you. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll leave you here in the office for just a moment as I hit the office bathroom. And feel free, guys, to chat amongst yourselves. I will be right back. Hey, Carol, what's up? Good to see you. Carol in the house. Awesome. Always good to have you here. I'll be right back. Bathroom break. And I'm back. Yeah, cue up the Jeopardy song, Carol. I like that. I like where your head's at. Playa Car area. Yeah, I'm actually going. I'm going down to Playa Car as soon as we get some decent weather. I've heard the beach has improved a lot down there. Even if I can't get Dronaldo up in the sky, let me know if you guys want me to go down there in the clouds and the rain. It's just not quite as exciting because I like to see a little sun, but as someone who lives here, I don't mind being out in the clouds and the rain. It feels kind of nice not getting cooked all the time. I do have that new Indio rash guard. I'm taking good care of my skin lately. But it is nice. It's a privilege to be fresh and cool in Playa. Oh, that's good coffee, guys, from Kawa. Wow, that is fantastic. Yeah, Dan Farley has a cool idea there, guys. He says, any interest in doing a behind the scenes on the making of a video, picking a topic, shooting schedules, camera, etc. Yeah, that's a great idea, Dan. Let me know in the comments real quick, guys, in the chat, if you would watch a video like that. Just type behind the scenes and I will do a video like that and have Luigi help me film it, since I'll be filming with the actual camera. Maybe I'll have him use the stabilizer that I'm using right now and the phone, the iPhone 16 Pro, to film. They don't really, Mike, they don't really do short-term rentals too much in this area in general. In my building, not so much. In the video coming out today at 5 p.m., I've got 2 short-term rental options with WhatsApp phone numbers, and I show my old building, which some people in the building, if you can get into the group chat there, do actually rent out their own units. It's not against the rules to sublet there. So you can find people who leave for a month and they might rent you their unit at my old building by Playa 72. So there's a few options for you there. Vancouver, Washington. Okay, love Maui's right across the river from my home city of Portland. We got Traveler in the house. We got Bernard. Be in Playa Car in about 2 months. We got the Rain. Good to see you. Says, hey Rope, will you be going to Cozumel to show us the price of short and long-term rentals? Yes, actually I will be going to Cozumel to do a rental video as well. I'm relentless. I barely sleep, just enough to keep the face looking presentable on camera. I hope. And let's see, wow, a lot of people. No, I didn't move, Traveler. I'm in my apartment in Playa del Carmen. I moved in here in June. I was at a different building right by Playa 72, and I moved into this more spacious 2-bed, 2-bath with a nice office, and I could not be happier with this spot. But thanks for asking. I'm still in Playa. Still happy here in Playa. Going back into the office now. Got my watermelon shrine there because I love watermelon so much. Yeah, this is kind of the den, the office. For those of you just joining, this is where I do all my reading and ukulele playing and stuff like that. So very comfortable place. Apartment in Playa for rent. Cesar Alejandro says he's got a place in Playa for rent. Please give us the details, whether it's pet friendly, 2-bed, 3-bed, whatever it may be. I think a lot of people would be interested, and feel free to reach out. Maybe we can film it and promote it, as long as it's a good value and a good location for the subscribers. All right, Marcella. Absolutely. We got Mike. Born and raised in PDX, just moved over the river, better tax structure. No kidding, love Maui. Portland's going to tax people to death. I always thought, I used to be married, I always thought I would get nagged to death, but it turns out the taxes are what actually almost got me. Yeah, Dan, the apartment is great. I'm a ways from the Hyatt where I am here. Hey, Angela. Yeah, YouTube takes 30%. Angela has a great question. She says, do you have Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal? Doesn't Google, YouTube take like 30%? Yeah, they do take about 30%. But I don't currently have those things linked up, the PayPal. Let me know if I should do that. But I try not to solicit that too much, so I don't really have like a buy me a coffee, a PayPal. I don't have a Patreon. I guess I've been a little resistant to putting that on there, like linking a PayPal or something, but maybe I should do that, Angela. That's a good point. Yeah, on the super chats, the super thanks, Google does take their little cut, unfortunately, whether that's fair or not. But they are providing the platform, at least for me to do this. So one of the ways that I've combated Google kind of taking such a fat cut is that I just bought Google stock when it was trading in the 160s, 150s, and 140s. Now I get my piece of the pie, and I'll hold those shares long term as part of my retirement. That so far has turned out to be a brilliant investment. Angela, to answer your question, I'll probably put something on there on the like linked on there at some point, like a PayPal. And thanks again for the ceviche, by the way, that you got me in Cozumel. Traveler has a great question here. She says, or he says, sorry, Traveler, let me know. I can't remember if you're a he or a she. Traveler says, what do you do in Playa in rainy days like this? Well, sometimes I catch up on editing, but that's not something everybody can do. There's a great movie theater and mall at Plaza Las Americas. You can go hang out and do the mall and watch a movie. You can go bowling at Bowling Playa. I really like to bowl. A couple of ice cold beers and just hucking the heaviest ball down the lane as fast as I can is a favorite pastime of mine. They also have a pool table there. But also, guys, on the rainy days, I like to go to restaurants and I like to just eat. I like to calorie up like a bear. And I also like to take naps. I do my best napping and sleeping when I don't feel guilty about it. And that's when it's dumping rain. It's like an invitation to take a nap. So Traveler says Zelle is the best. So I'll try to set up a Zelle on the account, guys. It means the world to me that you all want to support the channel so much. And so I'll link a Zelle account there as soon as I can. So thank you, Carol. Yeah, thank you guys for the feedback on that question. I'll go ahead and put that up there. Lamia, hi from the Netherlands. Hello to you. Amazing to have you here. Anyone here in PDC, please do share what you do on rainy days. I just listed a few there, but reading a book, taking a nap, going bowling, going to the mall, going to the movies, getting some shopping done, getting some editing done. Sometimes I get behind on the editing because I don't want to be indoors. So all that stuff. Carol says, what does she do on a rainy day? She watches The Rope Monster live. Awesome. heartwarming. This cup of coffee is delicious. It's hitting hard. It's strong. Strong. Whew. God, that's good. Cafe Kawa. Hey, okay, Rafaela. I thought that might be you. I couldn't remember for sure. Rafaela, good to see you here. Awesome to meet you in person at the Pizza Renzo giveaway. That was a blast. Absolute blast. Yep, Dan Farley says naps are the freaking best. Gabriel, hablo muy bien el español, pero la mayoría de la gente acá están hablando en inglés porque ahí están viendo el canal desde los Estados Unidos, Canadá. I do speak Spanish, and let's keep it respectful here, guys. Like, I speak Spanish when I'm speaking to Spanish speakers, and I speak English when I'm speaking mostly to English, and then I try to mix the two and include everyone if there's a mixed group. So I do my best for you there, Gabriel. But yes, I agree. If we're in Mexico, we should all do our best to learn Spanish and speak it as much as possible. I have a lot of friends who only speak Spanish, and so of course I speak Spanish exclusively with them. Lamia says, thank you for your videos. I watched them before coming to PDC in July. I loved it so much. I'm coming back in 4 weeks. Awesome. Hope to see you at one of the meetups we're going to do at Miyoya. Hey, we got Canadian Card Breaker in the house. I'm doing great. Life is good. Everything's coming up aces. Health is good. Happiness is good. Been traveling, having some adventures. So zero complaints from the Rope Monster here in Playa. Hey, thank you, Love Maui. Says, Rope Monster, when is your birthday so we can send you a birthday gift? June 5th, guys. Cinco de Junio is my birthday. I actually just turned 37 last June, just a few short months ago. So, yeah, cheers to late 30s and doing it right. Yeah, Mike, you know, I get the sentiment for sure, but that would be like me saying, hey, if you're in the US, speak English or go to hell. I don't think it's fair. I think some people some people go to the US to work, or they don't have the education to speak English. So I'm never going to say, hey, why aren't you speaking English? Not everybody has the capacity or the education to speak 2, 3, or 4 languages. So let's all be patient with each other. I do speak fluent Spanish. I also teach English and Spanish, not here in Mexico, but at my core, I'm a teacher, and I used to teach when I lived in Puerto Vallarta, mostly as a volunteer in Boca de Tomatlan and other places. So the language is very near and dear to me, but not everybody has the capacity to learn a language, especially later in life. It does get a little more difficult, but I know a lot of folks are doing their best. Awesome. Adrian Castillo says, you're the best. You're a beast, Rope. I'm coming to Playa in November for 1 to 2 months. Adrian, can't wait to meet you at one of the meetups. We'll have a coffee, Cafe de Olla. Maybe find a place with some chamorro. Cesar, going to Playa next week. Hope I'll meet you from Chihuahua. I know you want to come to Chepe. That's correct. Cesar, tienes razón. Me encantaría andar en el Chepe, el train. I want to go on the train. The Chepe is a dream of mine. I know it's a dream for a lot of Mexicans as well. It's not cheap, so it's something that I'll be budgeting for. Danny Locke, new subscriber. I have binge watched lots of your videos. Any plans relocating to the West Coast? Danny, welcome to the community, my friend. I used to actually live in Puerto Vallarta. I love the West Coast. I love the mountains, the rivers, the waterfalls, the oysters. I could go on. The red snapper, the mahi-mahi, the seafood. And of course the people, guerrerenses, jaliscienses, Oaxaqueños, no? I mean, Chiapanecos. Chiapas, I still don't know, but guys, yeah, I love the West Coast. So yes, Bernard says on a rainy day, indoor paddle. Yeah, there's a pickleball every Monday through Friday at the Dome right there in Playa on CTM and 25th. So yeah, it's another thing to do on a rainy day. In fact, pickleball starts in 11 minutes. I might go over there actually. Good idea, Bernard. Canadian Cardbreaker says, was nice meeting you in March, bro. We'll be back in February with the new baby. Can't wait. Wow, congrats. And I can't wait to meet the little guy, the little one. Raphael, Jeff, respect. Jeff, you as well, my friend. Marcela, también soy bilingüe. So, guys, she says bilingüe, bilingual, obviously. You see the two little dots over the U's, so you say bilingüe, not bilingue. You pronounce the ue when there's those two little dots. Boom, there's your Spanish lesson for the day. Noemi, hay nos videos en español y otro en inglés. You know, it's like I got, I think, 60% viewership from the US, 20% from Canada, and I have people saying, hey, you need to do your videos in Spanish. And I'm like, okay, there's a good chance at least 88% of the viewers wouldn't understand my videos at that point, because a lot of viewers are from the Netherlands and Northern Europe, Denmark, Germany as well. So I certainly use Spanish in my videos, especially communicating with business owners and waiters and bartenders and asking for directions. But yeah, I can't do the whole video in Spanish. Again, hi from Quebec. Awesome. Hey, what's up, Penelope? Rafael says you speak good Spanish and you're respectful to their. That's why I became a subscriber. Thank you for sharing that, Rafael. I truly love the language. I think it's actually a lot more fun to speak Spanish than English. English is kind of a lazy language. Your tongue doesn't really get trained. And until I spoke Spanish, I couldn't even do that taco shape with my tongue. So it has trained my tongue. Let's make a Spanish Duolingo group. That's a great idea, Bernard. The TheRopeMonster Duolingo group and have a league. That is a really cool idea. I'll put more info up on that at some point. I think we should make that happen. When is the Isla Mujeres trip? Dan, I'm kind of waiting for greener pastures, better weather, and then also I'm in Playa for a little bit trying to put together these rental videos. I've got all these leads to follow up on. So that's another thing I do on rainy days is WhatsApp messages to these apartments. Wow, Penelope says my birthday is June 5th too. That's amazing. We're birthday buddies. I know, old man, 37. 37, baby. Crow's feet coming on, yep. I've had no Botox, no work done. I'm proud of that. I put olive oil on, try to take care of myself. But Father Time is undefeated. Happy belated birthday, 29th of June for Lamia. Nice. Mike, thank you so much for sticking up for me. Really sweet. Yeah, we try to be respectful here in Mexico. I've had some hurtful things said to me, like in Mexico City and even here in Playa Car. Someone said, "Recuerdas que no estás en tu país." Remember, you're not in your country. I would never in a million years say that to a Guatemalan or a Mexican immigrant in the US. I think it's incredibly ignorant, racist, and rude. And so we really need to coexist. It's a global community at this point. People can live donde sea, wherever they want, for the most part, within reason. Some of us can do it easier than others, and I don't, that's not lost on me that I have a US passport and I can travel around. Some people, it's a great struggle for them to get to the US, and that's all they want is to go work in the US and make a decent living. And I would never tell them, hey, just remember you're not in your country. So yeah, words can never hurt us, but we can also do better with our words. Jeff says retired at 37. I'm jealous. Yeah, and I guess I'm retired, but now with the YouTube channel, I do put in work on the daily, but it's a labor of love. This is my passion. Investing and working hard and sacrificing a lot is what got me here. But anyway, to finish that point, guys, if someone's living in Mexico and is a resident and maybe working towards citizenship, or they're just living there happily and peacefully, then it is their country. Mexico, I consider this my home. So when people do say things like, hey, remember you're not in your country, that's pretty messed up. I would never say that to someone in the US who's coming and struggling to get there. Anthony says, orale. Jill says, my brother and sister-in-law live in Cottage Grove, Oregon, and I'm in Northern Cali, so finding you in our favorite vacation spot feels like having family down there, giving out great trusted info. Thanks for sharing that, Jill. Yeah, it's beautiful country. Northern Cali, gosh, I was down there a few years ago in gold mining country and just fell in love with it. There's still some very affordable houses down there. In the Etna area is where I was, Fort Jones, Etna, if I'm not mistaken. So beautiful, beautiful God's country out there for sure. Cesar says an apartment for rent, 12 and 15, a block from Cocobongo. For rent, contact me. Let's do a promo video. Okay. That's a very central location. Yeah, nice. Traveler says, you know what I like about you. So Rafaela says, you know what I like about you? That you are as nice in real life as in your videos. Thank you, Rafaela. And Rafaela, for those of you who haven't put two and two together, she was in the very intro of the pizza giveaway video. She made a couple appearances in there, and what a sweet smile and sweet person. Thank you, Rafael. I appreciate it, brother. Much appreciated, my friend, and I'm glad to have you here in the community. Kevin D says 6 more weeks, then I have 3 months off. Hope to get back there before Thanksgiving. Marcela says, me encanta oírte en español. Pues bueno, sería mi placer hablar más contigo en el español, más divertido aún. Yeah, it's a fun language. I love Spanish. Me encanta el idioma. Wow, Noemi says, hazle videos a tus paisanos de frases básicas en playa. Una chela, compa, a huevo, comadre. Ese güey está bien mamado. Yeah, that's definitely some good Mexican Spanish right there, Noemi. Gracias por compartir esas palabras tan lindas. Suenas como una pata salada cuando dices a huevo. You sound like a salty foot from Jalisco, Valle de Banderas. Yeah, Spanish is truly a fun language just to speak, the shapes that you make with your mouth, your tongue. I studied linguistics a little bit in college. I studied elementary ed and psychology as well. Never actually finished a degree. Didn't really feel like I needed to. I just took what I knew and put it into practice after my divorce when I moved to Mexico. Turns out I was a pretty good teacher without a degree. And I think part of the reason is because I truly love the language. It's fun to speak. Gracias, corazón. Noemi dice, también tienes una casa con tu tía en Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. So she says, I've got a house with my auntie there in Monterrey. Thank you so much. Happy Friday morning to you, Richard. What a group today. Love traveling with you on your videos. Stay blessed. Thank you, my friend. You as well. We got Pamela in the house. Good morning, inspiring rope monster. Thanks for all your traveling insights. We love Cozumel. Trying PDC in November, walks and insight from the various neighborhoods. My pleasure, Pamela. I'm glad you love the videos. I really enjoy Cozumel as well. Great place. Troy says, is it possible to meet you for coffee one day on 5th Ave or 10th? And we admire your sessions and amazing experience. Just got a condo in Playa. Is it possible to organize video about or new area? Yeah, Troy, I'm going to start putting together some coffee meetups at Miyoya, and I'll talk about those and promote those in the videos and live streams and also in the community post. Try to do a weekly meetup at Miyoya and maybe Panificación Castillo as well over there on 10th Avenue. I think they still have 25 peso espresso, and it's a good outdoor area. So we could meet up there at Panificación as well. Zihuatanejo. Danny Locke says you need to check out some of the Southwest Coast, Huatulco. Yeah, I actually did a video, Danny, from Puerto Escondido last year, right about this time, and absolutely love it there. It's one of my favorite surf spots. Playa Carrizalillo is my jam. You have to go down all those stairs, and it's like going back in time. It feels like, I mean, but it feels like what I would imagine Mexico being like in the 70s. It's just so pristine and unspoiled down there. But yeah, I have some Huatulco, a Huatulco Southern Oaxaca trip planned soon, actually. It's overdue. I've been going some other places around here, Bacalar, Holbox, Cozumel, Valladolid. I had a lot of fun there recently. But Oaxaca will probably be the next place I land when I get on a plane. Hey, Randy the Diver, Wicked Planet in the house. Yeah, guys, I'm partnering up with, he wants me to talk about the diving adventures coming up. I'm partnering up with Phantom Divers. Chino over there is a great dude. He's a legend. He's the one who started the shark diving. So in November, when it's shark season, bull shark season, I'm going to dive down with Phantom Divers. As long as my sinus and ear allows it. I've been having some issues with the eustachian tube from all my free diving and cliff jumping, but I'm going to go for it anyway with Phantom Divers. They're the best. We're going to go down there about 24 meters, almost 100 feet, and feed the sharks and hang out and, of course, film and bring you guys multiple videos from the reefs in Cozumel, the reef right out here, Francisco Madero. Hopefully hit some of the dive spots near Isla Mujeres as well, and so much more. So thank you for asking about that, Randy the Diver. I'm so glad to see you here. I actually just ran into Julian yesterday, and he's doing great, working a lot. Hopefully he can take a solid week off when you come down and we can do some more adventures. You did great camera work at the cenotes from underwater while I was flying Dronaldo. Julian was doing some great camera work as well. We make a great team, so let's get that dream team back together. Randy, the Diver, remind me, you're coming back in January or February? Let me know. Keep me posted. Julie says, I'll be back in Merida in January. So glad to find your channel. Welcome to the community, Julie. We love having you here. Anything you can tell us about Merida, please do. I've got a lot of subscribers and people wondering about Merida, and I really haven't spent enough time there to say much. I am going back out. Renzo's son opened a pizzeria there, Pietro. Opened a pizzeria there, so I'm going out there to try his pizza and see if it's as good as his dad's. Marcela Hernandez, cuando quieras, guapo. Okay. Andrea, yes, please, for community meetups. I am here on my own and don't know anyone. I can't find the community chat that you talk about on your channel. It should pop up, Andrea. If you're subscribed, you'll see when you're scrolling, you'll see a community post and I'll announce the time. I can't consistently do them on the same time and day every week because I'm traveling. I'm taking opportunities as I see them to go film videos or go do some trips or whatever. Why am I living in Mexico? That's a great question from Vane there. Mexico is special to me. It always has been. I'll give you guys a very quick story. TheRopeMonster story time of the day. Let's go back to Thanksgiving family dinner when I was 18 years old. My family was fighting amongst themselves on Thanksgiving, and I thought, this is not how it's supposed to be. I was always more of a collectivist than an individualist, and that's why we have this community. That's why we have the channel. But my parents were fighting, or everybody was arguing amongst themselves a little bit, I think, and that's what inspired me to go to Mexico for the first time. I got in my Camaro, I left. Nothing against my family. I don't think the arguing was really all that bad. It just rubbed me the wrong way. So I traveled to Southern California, was just kind of traveling, surfing a little bit in Ventura and places like that. And then I realized, hey, I'm really close to Mexico. So I decided to cross the border and I went to Baja Norte. And People invited me into their homes for the holidays. They fed me, and I thought, this is what I'm looking for. And I didn't even speak the language back then. I did my best to learn a little bit. But that's why I live in Mexico in large part. It's not the food, it's not the beaches, it's the culture, the people, the community, the family first mentality. And that was evidenced very clearly during the global health crisis as well, as that you couldn't keep Mexican families apart, and that resonated with me big time. And so that's part of it, guys. But of course, the food, huge fan. I've been around to quite a few different countries, and Mexican food to me is just about the best there is. Hopefully that answers the question. So Andrea's here sola, I should say, and wondering about the community meetups. I know Trevor's coming into town in 3 days. Today's Friday. I'm kind of leaning toward like maybe a next Wednesday Miyoya meetup, but let me solidify, make sure they're open that morning. But next week, guys, we're going to do a meetup, a coffee social, have some Cafe de Olla, even if it's just for an hour to mingle and meet each other. Let's try that. I'll go by there later on today and see if I can iron out a day. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll put it on the community post, and I'll talk about it in the upcoming live streams and videos. Michael, we got more Netherlands in the house. Greets from the Netherlands. Love the vids, bro. We love Mexico. Glad to have you here, Michael. Julie, hoping to purchase a home soon. Nice, nice. Deborah, aquí gracias para todos tus consejos de restaurantes. Mi placer, Deborah. I love to eat. Me encanta comer. O sea, es mi gran placer. De hecho, no conozco Zihuatanejo todavía. Entonces, Marcela, mándame mensaje por Instagram si puedes. Y voy para allá cuando hay tiempo. Vamos a conocer Zihuatanejo. Me encantaría, gracias. Howard says, I really like the Huatulco area. Yeah, that's on my list. Did you have a favorite beach or any other info you can share with us, Howard? Please let us know. Patrick says, bro, shut the door. There's actually no doors, very few doors in my apartment. It's kind of a doorless theme, and there is an echo, and that's why I apologize for it. But all I have here is a curtain, and that is just to keep the AC in when I'm running the AC, which I'm not right now, but I do have the curtain closed. So, but I realize the audio does echo in here. Nothing I can really do about that except maybe mic up, but I'm not going to mic up. Jill says, your kindness and respect for Mexico shines in all of your videos. Thank you so much, Jill. Yeah, I do have the utmost respect for this country, and I do think also that Mexico will likely be maybe the economic powerhouse of the Western Hemisphere going forward into the coming decades. I think it's the place to be for so many different reasons. It's a good place to invest your time and money, and that's just my opinion, not financial advice, but I love the country so much. Rafaela says, Traveler says, you do more good for Mexico through your videos than many politicians will ever do. Wow. Thank you, Rafaela. Yeah, really, 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 really appreciate the kind words, and Mexico has done so much for me, so it's, yeah, it's mutual, right? I feel nourished and loved by Mexico all the time. Lots of friendships developed here. My friends in Colima, Edgar, Rafael, Jorge Blanco. If you guys are watching this, shout out, love you guys over there in Colima. Just a great country full of great people. Randy the diver says, Julian's going to be doing the advanced scuba diver course before I arrive back. We will amp up the adventures this season. Awesome. So glad to hear that. Julie says, Merida pizza is the best, and my daughter lives in New York City. So you guys know pizza then. Awesome. Anthony says, same here, love Mexico. Guys, we're at 2 hours. This might be a record for a live stream, and we've still got a solid group here. I may have to go cook and eat some food soon. Spiny lobster freediving starts next week. Nice. Absolutely, Pamela. She says 100% you can't beat the honest, loving culture. Love all the comments and community here, the sharing. It's been hard to keep up with every single comment and question. So guys, forgive me if I missed any, but I'm seeing and hearing all of you as best I can, and so grateful that you're all here. Julie says, I love the family culture and how kind people are to each other. Yeah, that's second to none. I get kind of this culture shock when I go back to the US. I try to avoid going back, but I do have some family there. My dad, shout out dad. But yeah, the way people treat each other in traffic in the US and just in general is unbelievable. One time I was looking at my GPS on the phone while I was driving, and some guy says, get off your phone, expletive, and I was like, just looking at my GPS, like I would never in a million years talk to someone like that, a random stranger, call them names or tell them what to do. It's just insane, the differences. But that's why we go where we're treated best, and we can all just hope to find our place in this world. For some people, it might be the US. For some people, it might be South America or Asia or even Europe. You just got to find your place and travel until you do. Thank you. I hope to meet you as well. And yeah, the culture, the people, the food. I am a happy guy here. Louis Garcia says, we were there 2 weeks ago, bought a very nice place on 5th and 26th. That's a fantastic area. Anthony Lopez, we should do a beach day at the end of this month so I could be there. That sounds like a good idea. We haven't really done a beach meetup. We could plan like a Playa Mamitas takeover. Just try to pick a time and place and just at least meet there. Everybody can bring your own beverage, BYOB. See if we can make a party out of it. Richard Berryfern says, enjoy your weekend, Ropester. Remember, a rainy day in paradise is better than a sunny day in Chicago. I love that. All right, I'm going to use that in the future. That's really good, Richard. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for making me laugh. Yeah, all right, guys. Wow. Yeah, Rafaela says the sound is perfect. I know that when I do film in here, sometimes I do the Sunday Vibes videos here in the office, and this is my backdrop, and I have the camera here, and I've had people be like, hey, you sound like you're in a cave. The audio is never meant to be perfect. It's fine. It's understandable. This is not some Netflix film production. I try to keep it raw and organic, as long as you guys can hear me and it's not too annoying. Hey, Map Maker's Studio is back. Good to see you again. We're still here. 2 hours and 8 minutes into it. Oh, I wish someone was in the kitchen cooking me breakfast. I might have to go do that myself in a little bit. One of my friends, cleaning ladies over in my old building, shout out Laura if you're watching this, her cleaning lady actually cooks her a chicken soup every time she comes over. My cleaning lady doesn't do that. She does a fantastic job cleaning, so I'm grateful for that, but she doesn't cook. The sargassum, I'm going to get you guys a sargassum update, but it's pouring rain out there. I was at the beach earlier this morning, and I will say that the beaches from Cocoa Beach to the north still have sargassum. The beaches to the south, like 38, are looking better. And I'm hearing that Playa Car is looking beautiful. So my number one priority is to get down to Playa Car and show you guys that. And I want to fly Dronaldo, and he doesn't really fly in the rain. He's a DJI Mini 3. DJI drones really don't like the rain. You can have some malfunctions. And last thing we want as a drone dad is to lose little Dronaldo to the elements. No, nothing like that. Actually, the real deal 24/7 asks, have you seen much activity with the cartels in that area? Guys, things seem to really be on the up and up here in Playa, and I think maybe Some of the new political leadership has something to do with that. There's been more of a police presence. I would say things feel safe and wholesome as ever, as they ever have for me in Mexico at this time. So hopefully that answers your question. Michael, thanks for sharing that. Michael Klassen says, same in the Netherlands. It's just horrible. In Mexico, the vibe's amazing. Yeah, people just don't treat each other well in some of those countries. Whether it's in Northern Europe or Germany or wherever, people can be a little more cold. And in Latin America, depends on the country, but especially in Mexico, a little more or a lot more warm and friendly and giving. Yeah, don't forget the chapuzon. Exactly. That's why I'm waiting, Hector, for a little bit of sun or at least no rain so I can go do the chapuzon. My first one in months in Playa Car. I miss Playa Car when it's just a gem, when it's the water's, aquamarine and Curacao blue. I can't wait to be back down there in those conditions. Dan Farley just quoted what I said a few minutes ago. He says, find your place and travel until you do. Facing retirement, and this is my new mantra, would be an awesome t-shirt. Yeah, hopefully the merch coming soon, guys. I really have trouble doing it all, the filming, the traveling, the planning, the editing. But I have so many good ideas for merch. And Dan, that will be one when the time comes. But at least for now, it's your new mantra, and I'm honored to hear that. But find your place and travel until you do. That's all we can really do. So I remember going to St. Lucia as a young man, 18 years old, in the Caribbean. I loved it there, but it wasn't quite my place. I went to Greece. I really like Greece. Almost my place, but not quite. Mexico's my place. When I first retired, I went to Ecuador because I knew it would be cheap. I knew it would be affordable for me. I knew it would be within the budget, but it wasn't quite my place. There's no habaneros. There's no corn chips or tortillas. But I was happy there for a while in the mountains of Cuenca, over there in the Andes Mountains. But Mexico is certainly my place. So it did take me some bouncing around to figure that out. Me too, Julie. I'm glad you found me, found the community here. This is fantastic. We got Anthony in the house, says, Hola, carnal, we'll be in PDC 2 weeks today. Appreciate your videos. We'll be trying some of your spots. We'll stop and say hi if we bump into you. Sounds good. Suena muy bien, Anthony. Sin vergüenza, tienen que saludarme. Tomamos un cafecito o algo así, ¿ok? Te invito. Sería un gustazo. Marcella says, I can cook for you. Okay, well, food is the way to a man's heart. Thank you, Anthony says, you're the man, dude. Keep those good vibes. You as well. I feed off of your guys' energy, your feedback, your questions oftentimes inspire my videos. I would probably have a possibility of running out of ideas and inspiration if it wasn't for you all. Safety in the night. Good question from Radwan Yatuma. North of about 60th on 5th Avenue, exercise caution at night. If you have your dog, you're walking your dog with you, or you're in a group, you're probably okay. Also, safety on the beach with your cell phones. Don't lose sight of your cell phone. Be careful. Cell phones get stolen here all the time. Generally, the crime here is petty theft. It's pickpocketing. It's certainly not as bad as other places around the world, but it does happen. You want to be safe. After 1 a.m., I would say it's a no-go on the north part of 5th Avenue. Just don't do it. Take an InDrive. There's an app called INDRIVE, InDrive. Just take a taxi. Don't risk it. It's cheap. Any upcoming plans for you and William to hang out? Terry, what a great question, guys. I think a lot of you know William Taudian and follow his channel. He's a great dude. Just a good human being. I think William is potentially moving to Playa when he comes back to Mexico. I believe he's doing a family trip to visit his mom, which good for him. I think he's in Sweden, but I don't know for sure. I will reach out to him. And no, I'm not gay, but thanks for asking. I mean, No, I'm not gay. And I do love the female figure way too much. And that's my probably my greatest weakness. Se dice que no te da pena, sinvergüenza. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Journey with the Lyme. Was just recently diagnosed. Wow, Julie, I'm sorry to hear about the diagnosis, but yeah, hopefully you find the community and the support you're looking for. And this community included, we're all here for you. Chattahoochee, there's a number of people, Buster and his lovely wife Amanda, they deal with that as well. It's not easy, but when you have the right community, it does make it a lot easier, and then you can find and share notes, and you find the right naturopath, the acupuncturist. I have a great acupuncturist here in Playa who helps me every single Monday. I get treatment from her unless I'm out of town. Anthony says the same thing. Same here, women are beautiful. Yeah, I just, can sit and admire, like, it's just, it's ridiculous. The aesthetics of women are just too much, in my opinion, one of God's greatest gifts to us all. Tree Bean says, will you be advising more on who to talk to in Playa to get help with rentals? I will. I'm in talks with my friend Peter, who's more of a developer and a builder. But I'm in talks with him and the property manager where I'm currently at, and trying to put something together as far as a contact list for all of you, a direct number to reach out regarding rentals. For now, what I'm doing is I'm putting together some videos with some actual WhatsApp numbers. One of them is coming out today in just about 4.5 hours. So I'm doing what I can to help you all find rentals. I'm of course going to be looking for something else as well, unless I can convince the owner here to let me stay. But he's already promised this place to someone else in December, long before I met him. So I'm on the hunt as well. So guys, all right, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry. It's been a marathon. We're at 137 minutes into the live stream. And for those of you wondering about the Zelle, etc., I will try to link some type of thing on my account for those of you who seem to want to contribute to the channel financially. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, guys, all I ever ask for is that you just smash that like button so these live streams and videos can reach more and more people and hopefully inspire and help folks in some way or another, and that we can grow the community most